The following review contains spoilers to Dune Part 2. This review is intended for movie fans who already watched it. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello everyone and welcome to another movie review. I am happy that you can join me today. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Click the subscribe button below for future notifications and updates. Click the like button and share this content with other movie fans. So I'm going to be doing a movie review for Dune Part 2. I never did one for Dune Part 1. Because I didn't start posting movie reviews until 2 years ago, and Dune Part 1 came out 3 years ago. I've decided that this time I'm going to be doing a movie review with spoilers because so many movie critics here on YouTube and also online, they have been able to see advanced screenings. They've posted their movie reviews already. It's getting a lot of attention. So at this point, it didn't make sense for me to give you a spoiler-free movie review. As at the time that I'm recording this, it is March 1st, minutes to midnight. So we're like really moments away from Saturday, March 2nd. I saw this film 7 o'clock tonight. So it's opening night, and I could not wait a day longer to watch this movie because if you guys remember, the original release date was sometime in November. And so when they decided to postpone it to March, I was very upset. At the same time, I got over it when I was watching Spectrum One News this past Monday. And, in the morning, George Whipple had a conversation with the news anchor, Pat Kiernan, and he said that everything, happens for a reason, because what's great about releasing Dune Part 2 now is that there's little competition. The movie is basically following movies that have been deemed mediocre, and he was right. The month of February gave us a whole slew of mediocre films. A couple of them actually were bad films, but so basically there's nothing that competes with Dune Part 2. There is nothing that compares to Dune Part 2 at this point. When I thought about it, I was like, you know what, George Whipple is right. So I got over it, and so now the movie is finally out in theaters. And because this movie review contains spoilers, even though I'm filming it on opening night, I won't release it until Monday so that everyone has a chance to watch the film and we can finally discuss, what we all thought about the film. So just to give you a brief synopsis, Dune Part 2 is considered to be an epic sci-fi film. It was directed by Denis Villeneuve. It stars Timothée Chalamet as Paul Atreides, who is heir to the House of Atreides. Rebecca Ferguson plays his mother. Zendaya plays Chani, one of the members of the Fremen. Austin Butler plays Fayed Rotha, nephew of Baron Harkonnen. He's the villain. Florence Pugh plays Princess Rulin, the Emperor's daughter. And the running time is 2 hours, 45 minutes. Now, I'm going to give you the good news before I give you my biggest gripe with this film. Technically, Dune Part 2 is a well-made film. That I agree with when it comes to other film critics who have already posted their movie reviews about this film. I'm going to be the first to say it because I don't think I've heard anybody say it. But this film is definitely Oscar worthy. I don't know if the Oscar race for 2025 begins tonight with Dune Part 2. I'm not sure if the Academy will remember Dune Part 2 in 9-10 months, but this is definitely an Oscar-worthy film. What do I mean by that? In my humble opinion, this film had great costume design, great film editing, great musical score by Hans Zimmer, unbelievable. Great production design, best visual effects, and I have to say this, Austin Butler deserves another nomination, this time in the Best Supporting Actor category for playing the villain. So right there, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 categories that this movie can be nominated in, and people would understand why. So let me give you my gripes. First gripe. The critics, in my opinion, are overrating this film. And I think the reason why the critics love it so much is because this film follows a mediocre month of movies. Um, I think it is a great sequel. I will give the filmmakers that. It is a great sequel. But they're calling it probably one of the greatest sci-fi films of all time. And I disagree with that. As far as the greatest sci-fi film of all time, that title still belongs to The Matrix, which came out 25 years ago, starring Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne. And the reason why I say that is because what I saw in Act 3 is something that we've all seen before in other movies. Whereas with The Matrix was probably the most original film that we have seen in a long time, and the originality of The Matrix still holds up, and it is still a classic. Like before The Matrix, there was nothing like it. Like what we saw on that screen was absolutely new and fresh, and it was jaw-dropping and inspiring. So the originality of The Matrix still holds up to this day, and it's been 25 years. What really bothers me about Act 3 is it's basically it's Paul Atreides' decision to marry Arulin instead of marrying, or I should say propose to Chani. That's my biggest gripe because, oh Jesus, we have seen a story of a royal marrying someone because of building alliances and because of the bloodline, instead of marrying someone for love. And in my opinion, again, this goes back to, we watched a movie that's 2 hours, 45 minutes. My friends, Chani really earned Paul's marriage proposal. He should have proposed to Chani. I don't know if that's how the story unfolded in the book. I never read Dune. If the filmmakers stayed close to the story, I would suspect that the fans of the book is they're gonna love the this film if it stays true to the book. But because I never read the book and I was watching this film and this story for the first time, um, it really bothered me that he decided to propose a marriage alliance between himself and Arulin simply because she is the princess and the daughter of the emperor. And, I'm thinking to myself, going back to Dune Part 1, he had dreams about Chani. And we find out in the film that not only is Paul Atreides a part of a prophecy of the coming of the Messiah, but Chani is also a part of the prophecy. And so I'm thinking, okay, she's part of the prophecy, which is something that I did not know um, until it was mentioned in the film. And she saved his life a couple of times, not once. She saved his life a couple of times. And not only that, but she loves him. She is, she's a warrior herself, which takes discipline and courage. So she is disciplined, she is courageous, she loves Paul, and it seems as though that she has all the character traits that you would want in a wife. And I'm like, why are we not proposing marriage to Chani? And he decides to just tell her, well, no matter what happens, I will always love you. And it's like, me personally, I'm thinking to myself, this man is full of shit. Oh God, what are you doing, Paul? I'm not with it. I'm just not with it. Nope, 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 nope. So this movie will only get 4 out of 5 stars. I'm not giving it 4.5. I'm not giving it 5 out of 5. No, no, absolutely not. Um, 4 is, I think that's a fair score. Let me know what you think of the film in the comment box below. If you disagree with me, that's okay. Just let me know why. And if you agree with me, great. It's nice to know that I'm not the only one who feels that way about Paul's decision to propose marriage to a stranger, as opposed to a woman in my opinion could be his soulmate. I think that at this point, character trumps royal blood. Um, it didn't in the past, but being the fact that this is a sci-fi film and it takes place in the future, I feel that character should trump bloodlines. Um, and so I'm just heartbroken with Paul's decision in the end. So that's all for today. I will see you next time with another movie review. And until then, have fun at the movies.